Hey guys, it's Cray here with more Donkey Kong Country Returns, and now we're in part 19. We'll be finishing up in World 7 and doing a little bit of World 6, not a whole lot, but yeah. So we're starting World 7-2, and we're on 7-2 Slamming Steel, and we'll be moving from there to 6-8, and not really sure what to say about this. Hitting a World 7 really isn't too bad. This level's pretty easy, just take your time. Don't get hit by these things. There's not a lot to say, like, make sure you don't get electrocuted either. There's a lot of stuff to watch out for, but honestly, it's not too bad. You might want to use one of these chickens to try and get that O, and if you can't, well, there are some alternative measures, measures. Like, I believe you can roll off of that little platform and, like, do a roll jump to get up to the area where the O is located. Might be wrong about that, but I'm not certain. Here, where I'm reaching that Diddy barrel or DK barrel or whatever you want to call it, you kind of just want to make sure you're careful, fast enough, and you don't get hit. It's not much to really say. See, there's some patterns in all these, and like here, you can see there's holes. Really, just a careful level where you have to be very, very observant. Here at the end, just wait until you know you've got enough space, and then go up and get that in there, and you're clear. Here, this is pretty dangerous. You got to get in these spaces, but you also have to know when to duck. So if you see like an electric thing there, duck. Don't go for the ones that are like electric grid on the bottom, obviously. Those will kill you. Reach over here. This is easy. Just jump over, then wait for the little gap. Go through. Don't go if you know it's about to start up again. That's pretty easy to pull off. Now the rest of this is, well, this is just really simple. You just wait, then you jump, and keep going. It's not much to say here. There's puzzle piece, which I'd say if you were doing mirror mode, now would probably be the best time to grab it because you don't have the heart you can get anyway this time. So keep going up. Watch when these things are going. Don't get hit, and don't be too slow either. You might get hit. See, there's your G. You've got all your Kong letters now. Bounce, and just keep watching the patterns, and don't move slowly. That's part of the key to this level, is move fast. And you can get done with this level pretty easy. There's not really much challenge involved here. Alright, and now we'll be moving on to 7-1. And then my honest least favorite boss in this whole game, especially in mirror mode. So now we're at 7-1 Foggy Theme, so let's do this. This, I'm pretty sure, is, another level where you're just seeing silhouettes, so trying to dodge stuff the whole time, being careful. Talked about this before in my other videos when I was doing this level normally. Now it's in mirror mode, and same basic premise, just be extremely careful, and there's Kong letters, obviously you can see. You gotta keep a real eye out in this one, unlike in a lot of levels, because now all you've got are these to dodge, and not dodge, but I mean judge off of, so yeah. It's not exactly the easiest level either. There's a lot of sources of damage that can actually kill you, so you've got to be quite observant. It's like, the key here is to, like, while you're looking at enemies, try to memorize their patterns, like that little electric thing. Just make sure you know the jump won't hit you, which is pretty key to surviving. It's not too hard to pull off either. Now you've reached checkpoint, which isn't very hard. Same thing, just stay out of the way of getting hit. It shouldn't be very challenging. So you know you're clear, you can keep moving. And then go. Not very hard. You gotta raise this thing and then quickly get in that barrel, which that's not very hard to do either. You can just see what I did here. Kinda wanted to rush, and I did a roll jump to be safe. Here, this is kinda hard to judge, but I believe when these two are, I can't remember exactly where. I think it's like both kinda close to the top or whatever. You wanna shoot. Let's see, well maybe not. I'm trying to remember and I can't remember, so just watch right here and you'll see. Didn't want to get killed here, and this shot can easily kill you. At they're both low and they're not going fast, and you know they're going to take a while to go up, that's when I did it, and I'm pretty sure that's when it's safe too. Like, that top comment may not have been right about me deciding to go up when they're close to the top. It's just really hard to judge that shot, and yeah. Make sure you don't shoot too early is the key there. Not much else you can really say there. Alright, here you got your next checkpoint, so things aren't very hard here. Just keep going. Roll if you need to. Make sure you go and don't get hit. Like, there's platforms for you to hide up on if you need to. Get close to G, I recommend like doing a rolling jump just to go up and get height so you can grab it. It's not very hard. And then once you get past that, you're pretty much at the end, because once you get this button, you're done. And there you go, that's World 7, Level 1, and that wraps up World 7. And now we'll be tackling World 6, which I do not like the boss in this world at all, so if you've forgotten what I was talking about, you'll see what I mean in just a little bit. Not a fun boss fight. So now here we are at 6B, Dudley's High Rise. This, I would say, is probably the hardest boss in mirror mode. Maybe not the hardest, but he's definitely one of the harder bosses, and he's really, really challenging. You get so little time to do this, and you get to be super careful with your movements too, so yeah. A lot of times I'd try to like roll jump if I need to. Big thing to know about this boss is like when he starts looking around and he leaves his shell open, that's when you want to strike. You see him doing like he is there, where he was like swapping his paw and then charging at you. It's usually a key that you can like roll and jump over him. Can't do it too soon, but yeah. So yeah, you gotta focus on staying alive and getting 3 hits each phase. Not too bad in the first phase, and even not that bad in the second phase, but it does get a little challenging. Third phase, on the other hand, gets really heated. This phase here, well, you shouldn't have any problems with it. He doesn't make it very challenging. Now, make sure you're in the center so you don't get caught and killed somehow, because you can get like stuck on the first floor and die if you're not careful. Here, I'd say just duck. He's about to breathe fire. You can see that I did that because I didn't want to die, obviously. And now, charges you. Try to wait until you get that chance to hit him while he's keeping himself vulnerable. It's not too hard. Then, immediately after, he's going to retaliate and charge at you, and that's when you want to do your roll jump and get over him. Try to be careful. Lure him into falling, and then bounce him, and then you just got one more hit for phase 3. Phase 2 isn't very tough either. Like I said, phase 3 is when this fight really, really gets rough. So, just be careful. Don't get hit by that little wave attack, or whatever you want to call it. Duck again, because he does one more fire breath before he does his last attack. And then, be careful and watch for him leaving his shell open again. I got lucky there, and I got him like right in a really, really close timing when I was able to. I didn't intend to get him there, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend trying that because you only have 1 heart. Here, I don't think you should duck, but I'm not really sure what to tell you. I tried to get like kind of close to him because I might be wrong, but it kind of seems like that splitting fireball attack can go and basically just have trouble hitting close to him. I'm not sure about that. After you hit him once, duck, because he will try to hit you with this fire breath. Then be ready to go and roll jump again, because he'll do his charging attack. It's not too hard to hit him. Third hit, I believe, right after he does another fireball attack. I don't ever recommend you try and like do the tiny amount of time in that little window when he's charging you, though, because you can end on his shell and get killed pretty easy. Here, just be careful, watch the fireballs and don't get hit by them. And now, all you need to do is just watch until you get an opening and then hit him, and then boom, you're done. And that takes care of this boss. Pretty hard overall, I'd say, honestly. I mean, it might sound easier the way I'm describing it, but if you're doing it, trust me, this fight can make you go crazy from how hard it is, and it just sounds easier to do than it actually is. Okay, now this is the last level I did in this video. 6-8 cliff top climb. So this level is all about cannons. I forget if I've actually said that about this level or not, but yeah. Basically jumping upwards and using cannons a lot. So, start off just going through. I believe you want to go and hit that thing and knock it up in the air. Actually, well, you don't have to touch the old DK banner unless you want to. You can avoid doing anything with it. But I believe that's where there's a puzzle piece. Here, be careful and grab that K if you really want the converters. Not just shoot upwards. And also, don't slow down too much in this level. You should be constantly focused on moving upwards. If you aren't, well, you might end up dead. This level will get you if you wait too long. Though here, just kind of jump at the end of the swing and try to get on that other platform. Don't let yourself fall to your death, really. You gotta be careful, but you also gotta be fast in this level, which is pretty tough combo, but yeah. Like there, you can see, I watched the timing and then I shot when I knew I was able to get on the center of that piece of wood. So try to do that. Don't shoot too early. And don't be very slow in this level. It's really all about focus on this level. That end, just jump low and try to be careful. And be careful with those platforms too, because they only have like a limited amount of time you can stay on them before they break. So yeah, be extra careful. If you aren't, they may end up breaking before you're done. Shoot up, and then keep going. Just focus on moving, and get in this barrel as quickly as you can. Then shoot yourself towards either side. You can go for the Kong barrel, or you can go for little skull dinosaur guy, and then after, try to get in that barrel without falling to your death. Shouldn't be too hard. From there, same thing, get over towards the barrel, which isn't very tough. Now here, just line your shot up and get shot into the other barrel, which is pretty easy. And then go up. Don't let anything break and don't fall, basically. G, this is a part of a tough one. That there, you gotta be kind of careful. Just line your shot up the G and then go right towards the platform, but it's not too bad. Now you're just doing more lining up, and then after you line this shot up, though, things get a little complicated. You have to really carefully watch what you're doing and then shoot. Just try to watch for when you think you're safe and shoot. You shouldn't have too much trouble with it, but if you do, well, not too big of a deal. But yeah, there's World 6 and that's level 8, yeah. And that pretty much covers it for this video, so thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. We'll be covering more of World 6. Bye, guys.